Pawpaw, Sammy, and Alley Bud. Welcome, subscribe, and enjoy. If you're going to have a garden this time of the year, even in South Louisiana, you need to cover the plants you want to keep. It's delicate plants. Now this is my blueberries. You see my mulch. Every year, you don't see me pulling grass. I don't pull grass. Every year, I pile leaves in there. And you'll find worms and all kind of goodies down in there. But anyway, I haven't done it yet, but these will be cut back about 1/3. That's blueberries. I always cut them back a little bit. They don't really need it, blueberries don't, but pruning them a little bit invigorates the growth. You want to take all this stuff in the middle, growing up through the center, get it out the way. Clip it back a little bit. Now this was peas and okra. You see the pine straw? Mulch heavy. Mulch heavy. See, after it goes barrel, your grass starts to grow too. And you just come back with your pine straw every year, and you don't pull much grass.
What would you say to people who are concerned about using pine straw because it's going to raise the acidity levels?
It does not. When pine straw decays, it's neutral.
Neutral, okay.
pH. It does not raise acidity. Now this is my onion. Oh, these onions must be 12, 15 years old.
Look how heavily mulched that is, and this is in a raised this is a container.
Yeah.
Not just those are raised beds. This is container gardening, and look at how he's got that mulched, guys.
These were bought years ago at Walmart for Thanksgiving. I just stuck the roots in the ground, and they've been growing every year since. This was wild onions I found in Arkansas. On the seed. This is also wild onions I found in Arkansas. They're delicious.
Yeah, they are. Now, could you explain to everybody what this is?
That is when it gets real hot, you come out here and you water that. The water goes down and gets deep. It makes these roots go deep. And
So
once the roots get deep, the plants grow better.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Now, this was my asparagus bed. You see a few shoots kicking up. This is my wild onions from Arkansas. I just started mulching this out. I hadn't finished. That's my LSU purple fig tree. It's growing. It's hot weather. It has real cold, and it turned hot. It's trying to bloom again. That's not real good, but that's what we got. This fig tree over here, it's been transplanted a dozen times over the years, moved and transplanted. This is the original old trunk. You see how it died out? This one's alive, and that's alive. I will prune it back to just 2 trunks, or maybe 1 like the old tree was, and bring it back.
Now, let me ask you a question. My fig tree in my yard has several of these young ones right here. I don't really have a main trunk yet, but I was looking at it, and we get a little colder where I live than where you are right here. So should I go ahead and go all the way? How far do I prune that fig tree?
In fact, I wouldn't, if the tree is this high, just take off 1/3 of it. All your professional, not all of it, but most of your professional growers don't want to climb ladders to pick figs.
Okay.
So they'll and it'll bloom back out.
Okay.
And all your work is right here in front of you.
Now, one more question. Should I cut, like I notice here, that's not a straight cut, that is a slanted. Is there a reason why you slant cut like this?
Well, yes and no. Usually I'll slant it, hoping it'll come back and bloom out. But in this case here, it didn't do it. Like I said, this is the old main trunk. It's been transplanted. This is number 6. I moved it.
Wow.
And this is my garlic.
Wow, so this is the garlic you planted a few weeks ago when you did the video on planting garlic in the fall.
Now you see, here again, you got a few weeds, not much. Look at the mulch. And look how rich that ground is. Look, see that? It goes down, way down. Look at it. That's how you grow plants. Like I said, I just keep mulching and keep mulching
What would you say your favorite type of mulch is?
Leaves, grass clippings, the pine straw,
And cardboard.
and oh my God, yeah, I forgot the cardboard. Not even forget it. Come over here and I'll show you. Now this is my blackberries there, blackberries here, ginger's there. All that's been mulched back. Now look here. It don't look too spunky, but just right here, come next year, and all this cardboard, you see it?
Yes, sir.
And all this stuff here, I'll be mulched back into the ground. I'll come in here, clean it up a little bit, lay some cardboard on top of that, add some more mulch, and transplant my plants in there. And they'll grow like crazy. It's the automatic water system. I turn the water on over there, it comes through here to there. Same thing here. Look. Cardboard. Look at it. Look what happens to it when you put it in that ground. Those worms love it. Look. Cardboard. Eggshells. Tomatoes. Old okra pie. You don't see any grass. Oh, look. When I say no grass, you get it quicker too. 30 seconds you can pull it out. Look at that. And look at that. Look. Look.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you use a barrier, like any kind of plastic or anything between your beds and the ground?
No.
No. And would you say that's because when that happens, eventually that plastic is going to begin to deteriorate and make your plants toxic, but it stops the earthworms and the other beneficial microbes from moving back and forth between your raised bed and the ground. So your success at container gardening and raised bed gardening is the simple fact that you mulch very heavy, you use lots of cardboard, and you basically don't have really tall beds. You just build it up over time. And you've said before, when this dirt gets even with these right here, you'll put a second layer on.
That's right.
And then you'll begin to build it up. So unlike what I'm seeing a lot of people do now, is they go out and they buy these 4-foot deep containers, and now you have the problem that you have to fill that container before you can plant in it. And the money that they're spending is astronomical when they could start like this.
When I started this bed was ground level, right here. I put the blocks down, the half block. I took water, I wet it down, I soaked it. I laid cardboard down, I soaked the cardboard on top. I added my pine straw and leaves. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. And over a period of time, it just keeps decaying. And like I said, look at it. Look.
So, Pawpaw Sammy, have you ever purchased planting soil or commercial compost to go in any of these beds that you're building? No. So let's go back. Okay, so everybody can see this one, right? We're 1 stone high. This is how he starts them, guys. You notice this is directly
on the ground.
On the ground. Look at that. He's building it on the ground, and there's nothing between his bed and the soil. So he actually starts on the soil, and then he puts like some kind of barrier like he did with the metal here, and he begins to build the bed up. By the end of summer of next year, that bed where he's standing will be this deep. Then it'll eventually be that deep over there against the fence. So that's how he does it. That's how he economically builds his own soil.
Come here and I'll show you. Now I started over here. I had a couple of extra okra plants, and apparently I planted this in the right place because all the rest of them, the freeze has killed them. This dadgum little plant is still there.
Dad, I'm impressed.
This is how I did it. See the ground? All I did was I came over here, put the cardboard down, and the straw. I see that ground is trying, but it's still hard. In a couple of years, I'll come out here next summer, more cardboard, more pine straw, more cardboard. Pretty soon it'll be just like that. You can just dig your hand in and plant your plants. And my bees are doing great.
Oh, they are. They're doing amazing. Look at that.
Look here.
Oh, wow. It's so much bigger than... Oh, what's that on top?
I put some sugar in there for them.
Oh, you're feeding
Look
them.
down in there.
Hi, bee.
Aren't they pretty?
They're beautiful. Ow!
What happened?
Oh, it stung me in my face.
It's done?
In my face.
What, it's
I just dug it out.
okay.
Oh, wee.
Okay.
Yeah, it got me good though.
I wonder why he stung you. Did you eat a banana?
No, but I picked it up. Oh, wee, it got me good.
Biggest part. People will go out and spend a couple of $300 or $400 or $500 with the beautiful raised beds and all that beautiful topsoil. They plant their plants, come out next 6 months from now, the grass has grew up in it, and they just quit. And those raised beds wind up getting tore down and the dirt spread out across the yard. And I know a bunch of them has done that. You don't see me doing it. If I decide not to plant this year, I'll just go out there and add more pine straw and forget it. More pine straw, more cardboard, and forget it. Next year, it's just better ground to plant in. And that way it's not cost me anything. And I keep, look at the trees. Look at this, and I raked this yard yesterday to get these leaves in my beds. My neighbor, look over here, I raked her yard, got a bunch of leaves. It's free. If you don't have a yard with leaves, ride down the street and watch your neighbors pile out bags full of grass clippings and stuff. Bring it home. See where I rounded up some of those leaves yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any idea what this is or what state it come from, but it makes the prettiest yellow flower I've seen in my life. I've had people stop and ask me what it was. I don't know. This?
We just found some seeds on it.
Oh, that's a good thing.
So we're going to keep them, and I'm going to take them home and try and grow them in.
Yeah.
And this, here again, I don't put soil. I just keep adding compost.
So this is Pawpaw's wildflower
See that?
bed,
Okay.
and he gets seeds from wherever he's traveling, whatever state, and he doesn't really even know what the flowers are. He just, if they're pretty, he throws the seeds in here, and if they grow, they grow. And so what he's saying is a lot of this green down here, like these are going to be flowers. We don't know what they are, but they're going to be pretty.
Yeah, they're going to be beautiful.
And we also just discovered that some of his wild onion made its way from the backyard to up here.
Would that be birds that do that and squirrels?
I have no idea.
Possibly.
Yeah, I have no idea. how
Or
it
just
took
the
place.
wind.
But this started off ground level, and I just keep adding pine straw, a thin layer every year. I don't pull anything. I don't mess with it. If it lives, it lives. If it dies, it dies.
He's always...
It looks like a little daffodil, kind of.
It was beautiful. I mean,
Wow. Can you get a close-up? Like, look at the,
That's seed pods.
Yeah, beautiful.
oh, yeah.
You might be lucky enough to find one seed left in that. Looks like this one might have more.
Yeah, there's seeds in it.
Oh, it poked me. Stabbed me.
It's okay. At least you didn't get stung in the face by
Yeah,
me.
there's seeds.
I'm just saying. That's on camera.
I
Hey,
dropped
buddy.
one.
Hi, cutie pie.
Hey, Funny.
Now this
Do you know what they're doing, Flynn?
is
They're
a
gathering
wild garlic.
seeds, wildflower
See that?
seeds.
This is another type of garlic. It's a cross between onion and garlic.
Now, Dad, for your viewers' sake, tell them why it's so important to have multiple versions of onion and garlic for your health.
I just like it.
Yeah, but what does garlic do for your body?
Oh, it's a lot.
Is it an antioxidant?
It's an antiviral, antifungal,
antibacterial.
antibacterial. Yes.
It's also really good for chickens if you plant it around chickens.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a natural dewormer for
Yeah, it is. And I will tell you guys a little thing that a lot of people don't understand about garlic. When the Spanish flu hit in the early 1900s after World War I,
That's all they had.
and millions of people were dying, they literally, the way they combated it, the way they got it slow the spread to literally stop it, they took the sick patients outside in the fresh air, and they put garlic bulbs in their mouth and each cheek, and garlic poultices on their chest.
Wow.
And garlic actually will absorb a viral infection out of your bloodstream if you put it in each cheek
Don't
or on
onions-
your chest.
Onions
all
do
they
that too. They
Yes.
absorb
It was actually
What do you
called
use onions for?
garlic.
You cut
Was
them in
actually
half and leave them out.
In the
They'll
air,
absorb,
right beside a sick bed.
Yeah.
It'll
was
pull the
act-
bacterium virus out of the air.
It was actually called German penicillin.
That's
Garlic
right.
was back then.
German penicillin.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
they had was garlic.
Yeah.
Well, garlic and honey.
Yeah.
They were like an open wound.
Mhm.
They'd do honey on it
Hmm.
to seal it, and it would help heal it.
Yeah, honey's
Really?
great for healing. We had a
Yeah.
horse one time
crazy.
get a really bad infection in her mouth. And LSU vet actually were like coming up with new ways to like new ointments and things.
Yes.
And it was almost like Vaseline with honey in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a medicated Vaseline. And we put it on her wound on her face every day. And it went from a huge like gaping wound like that big to you can't even tell she ever had a wound there.
That's
It
amazing.
completely healed it. It was crazy.
Well, you know, the Bible says God put every herb on the earth for us to use.
Mhm.
So tell everybody, thanks, like, and subscribe.
Thank y'all for watching Pawpaw, Sammy, and Allie Bugs YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and comment any questions or your favorite part of the video. Thanks!